Hey everybody, welcome. This is Jackie from girlwithnoname.com, and I'm here today with none other than the awesome Mike Geary, the author of my personal #1 fitness Bible and the book that got me solidly on the road to getting and keeping my smoke and set of abs. In case you haven't guessed which book I'm talking about by now, it's the one called The Truth About Six-Pack Abs, and it's one of the hottest sellers on the internet. And if you're wondering why, I'll tell you. It's because it is the truth, and it works, and I'm living proof. Before I found Truth About Abs, I was one of those people that worked out like mad, always doing the same things and always getting the same results, which were basically no results. Then I got my hands on it, and everything just came together for me. So you guys really have to listen in here because Mike's got a lot of important things to say. They say there's no magic pill, and they're right. It takes work, but it takes the right kind of work to get there, and the info in Truth About Abs is the answer, bar none. So I'm sure you can tell by now that I'm completely stoked about having Mike here. And I think this is quite an honor, and I can't wait to get started grilling him. So welcome, Mike.
Thanks so much, Jackie. I appreciate your kind words, and I'm glad you finally tracked me down.
Yeah, me too. All right, so let's get down to it because I know you're a busy guy, and I want to make sure you've got lots of time for lots of good info. So to start off, why don't you just tell us a little bit more about yourself and your background?
Sure. Well, I've been a personal trainer for about a decade now, and got certified as a nutrition specialist about 6 or 7 years ago also. And I actually used to work as a scientist as well, so I have a good sort of chemistry and biology background and all of that. So it makes me very scientific-minded about when I'm thinking about nutrition and exercise programs and such. And I ended up writing The Truth About Six-Pack Abs because when I was working as a trainer, I'd say about 90% of the questions I got on a regular basis were always about, losing stomach fat or getting six-pack abs. And so I knew there was a demand for that topic, and it was something people were confused about. And I knew there was a lot of fads and gimmicks on the topic, with diet pills and infomercial gadgets and things like that. So I figured, why don't I just put together this product, that dispels all those myths and call it The Truth About Six-Pack Abs.
Oh, right on. Well, I think that we're pretty lucky that you decided to share your vast knowledge with us because I know that it's the thing that straightened me out and, doing the same things over and over and getting nowhere. So, and you brought up the sort of subject of myths and misperceptions about what it takes to, get lean and get a six-pack. So let me ask you the burning question that I'm sure that is on everyone's minds right off the bat, and that is, just how many crunches does it take to get six-pack abs?
And I know that's a loaded question because the answer is zero. There can be a time or place for certain variations of crunches, and I put them in some of my routines, but I make sure to balance them out with exercises that work the entire core and work your lower back to make sure there's balance there. But to be honest, I don't even do any crunches in my routines anymore. I used to years ago, and most of my clients, we don't either. And so I'll kind of explain as we get into it more as to why that is. But yeah, I think as you saw that, it's a pretty ineffective exercise and most importantly, doesn't stimulate your metabolism, compared to doing other types of full body exercises.